What is up, everybody? And we are back. Today is February 4th, 2026, and today I made $10,600 day trading NQ. But before I get into this trade recap, I just want to be fully transparent. That 10 grand P&L was taken across 5 evals. That was not on my live account. I only made like $740 on all my past funded accounts. But the reason I'm telling you this is because I am currently doing a pathway to payout series, and I bought 5 evals just to show you guys how I risk on them, what trades I take to pass them, how I get paid out on them, all of that, just to show you I actually know what I'm doing, to give you the most real proof you can humanly get, which is evidence. So not even including my other accounts in this group P&L, so I did actually make more today, but don't even worry about that. But anyways, before I get into this recap, I just want to let you guys know I trade the simplest IFEG system in the entire space. I have tons of free resources in my Discord where I live trade this model every single day. I have free IFEG trading guides. I have IFEG ranking systems in there. Great community, tons of videos, full out bootcamp for you on this YouTube page. Check out the free resources. Link in description to join my free Discord. I live trade in there too. No reason you shouldn't join. Hop in the Discord. But anyways, let's get right into this recap. All right, so today I had a bearish daily bias, and I'll put my bias on screen now. Feel free to pause it and read my daily bias, but I will show you why I had my bias as well. Okay, so taking a look at the charts in the morning, I noticed one thing is that if I zoom out a little bit here, we had this massive trend line of stacked up lows. Like, I mean, look at how many lows we have here. We have a set of lows here, set of lows here, another set of lows here, another set of lows here. And when I see this, I know that there's just tons of orders resting in this specific direction, just due to the fact that we have so many liquidic draws that are going to want to get sought out and are going to want to get hit. So I was bearish based on that alone. So on top of having that trend line below, one thing I want you guys to take note of is pre-market on the overnight session, we traded into this big 4-hour fair value gap, which was kind of holding price down. And I knew this fair value gap was going to be hard to break because we had this big range of gaps above on top of having tons of draws lower. So I expected us to reject out of this gap. And if I go to the hourly time frame now, you'll see if I go one more candle here, which was the 8 a.m. candle, you'll see we inversed an hourly fair value gap to the downside as well. So rejected 4-hour gap, inversed 1-hour gap, and had tons of lows to take below. So super obvious bearish daily bias. If you had a bullish bias today, I'm going to be totally honest, reevaluate your trading. Like, how were you bullish today? But that was what I saw coming in the morning, so that was why I had my bias. All right, dropping to the 5-minute chart now. This was 9:25 a.m., so I was just looking at this right before market opened. I noticed we had a couple sets of highs above. We had these highs. We were forming a 5-minute fair value gap. We sort of inversed this 5-minute to the upside, but like I said, I was bearish. I wasn't going to get caught up in the noise here, and this is all we had right before market open. And if I let the market open candle play out here, you'll see we started dumping. We made this massive move to the downside despite inversing this 5-minute fair value gap to the upside. So if you didn't use the high time frame and you got caught up in this, you'd probably be looking for longs. And I mean, clearly market opens telling you otherwise. But thankfully, even though we made this massive move to the downside, you'll see we didn't take out any of these lows. We didn't sweep these. We cut it like edge, took this like weird low over here, didn't even take the first set of lows. I'm still bearish. We didn't like run any of my draws or anything. So that being said, we made this massive move down. I was looking for a manipulation higher to the upside because, like I said, I want to take shorts. So of course I want to see liquidity get swept above. And you'll see we kind of chop around for a little bit. We weren't doing much. And then this candle right here was what sparked my interest to take a short. So 9:43, 13 minutes into market open, you'll see this wick swept the wick of the 9:30 candle. So we took out the 9:30 wick right here. And quite honestly, I didn't want to see these highs get taken. I mean, if they got taken, great, but it wasn't something that I needed to see to take shorts. This was enough of a manipulation leg for me. We swept the 9:30 wick. I was looking for a rotation to the downside off of this. So that being said, wasn't getting caught up in the noise, wasn't longing this. I wasn't trying to take a long. I was still looking for shorts despite this weirdness that was going on. And I noticed we had this big 1-minute fair value gap. So you guys see all my other confluences within the model were met. If you don't know my model, go check out the free PDF in the Discord. But anyways, go to the 2-minute time frame. We don't have any fair value gaps, no 3-minute, nothing like that. So all I wanted to see was an inversion of this 1-minute fair value gap, and it wasn't inversed yet off this low. So I just was waiting to see this get traded through, and you'll see we edge it twice. Some people might have entered off an inversion here. I didn't consider this to be an inversion. Like, if I have to stare at my screen, go like this to see if it inversed, I'm not looking to take anything. So wasn't in yet, wasn't in yet. Was just waiting to see this get traded through. We trade a little bit higher here, I think. Yeah, wick, hold this 1-minute fair value gap. And then I believe it was this candle. No, okay, we trade higher again. And then, yes, right here, we inverse this gap to the downside. As soon as we got this inversion, I'm entering short. This was literally all I needed to take a short. That being said, entered short off the 1 minute, set my stop loss at the top of this wick of this 1 minute candle, just because I didn't like need to have it above these highs or anything like that. I was still trying to get good risk to reward. And I just was going to set my first take profit at that hourly low that I was looking to get taken before. So this is going to be my first take profit. This was just over a 1-to-1 risk to reward, but I knew I could get a little bit more risk to reward, so I was going to set it at one of the 4-hour lows from the left below. It was this low right here I was looking to get taken. So this was how my position was looking overall. This is how I set it up. First take profit at the 1-hour low, second take profit at this low. And one thing you'll notice is we have this intermediate 1-minute low right here. So this is the internal low. And I told myself, if we sweep this low, I'm going to go break even on my position. So that was my plan for this trade. This was all I really needed to see. And if I let it play out, you'll notice we sweep this low and immediately break even me. And I'm like, fuck, I got break even. No way I'm getting a no trade day. Now, after getting break even, I wasn't done yet. I still knew this trend line wanted to get ran. So I was break even. I was out of this position. All I was looking for was a confirmation setup, which is just literally another inversion lower, knowing that I probably just got break even rated. Like, I mean, you'll even see if I go to the 1-minute time frame, like there's a fair value gap up here that could hold us down. I'm just looking to drop in the 30-second, get a confirmation entry, which is just another inversion. And you'll see we have 2 sets of 30-second fair value gaps, one right here and one a little bit higher right there. If we close below both of these, I was literally just going to take another entry short. And you'll see we get an immediate V-shape, another inversion right here towards these lows. So bang, another trade entry short. I'm taking this all day. All right, so I got my 30-second confirmation entry short, and all I was going to do is use the hourly low that failed to get hit as my first take profit again, because that's just over a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I think that is what? Yeah, it was a 1 to 1.2 risk to reward, and I knew I could get a little bit of a better risk to reward on this trade because we had some more extended lows from that trend line, and the first thing I noticed was this 15-minute low here, also inside of this 15-minute gap. I just was going to use that as my second take profit, so knew I could get a little bit better RR, hold for a little bit farther, and this was going to be TP2 for this trade, so only other thing I needed on this position was going to be a break-even point, which was going to be this low, which was from like 9:30. I think that was a 9:30 low. That was going to be my break-even point. Failed to get hit on the last swing. Got a confirmation set up. And I was going to have my stop loss right at the top of this higher 30-second fair value gap because I didn't want to see us wick above this. I felt the first one should hold if we were to go any higher, and the second one definitely should hold. So really good risk to reward on this trade. I got a 2.5 R on this, and you will see when I let it play out. Immediately within 2 candles, break even, smash take profit 1, and smash take profit 2, making me $2,300 on those 5 pathway to payout accounts. So absolute banger trade. So for a little bit of an update on the series, my pathway to payout accounts, all 5 evals with a bunch of different firms, sit at $51,600 after that loss I took yesterday. But overall, great trade today, and just some sauce for you guys. Like, when you see a trend line like that, your daily bias should be so easy. You shouldn't get wrapped up in the noise. Don't watch any 5 minutes. Just literally know it's probably going to get ran 80% of the times, regardless of if we have a lot of manipulation or a little manipulation. It's going to get ran, and that's why I was so willing to take that confirmation setup, despite the first trade getting break even. So people say don't get married to your bias. I say you should have a strong bias. I feel otherwise, and I feel just doing basic high time frame analysis can confirm a very good bias for you, which you will be right 90% of the time, just if you know how to analyze the charts on the high time frame. That being said, that's all I had for today's trade recap. Overall, banger trading day. I mean, of course, about to have these evals pass and be on the pathway to a payout in no time. Hoping to get paid out in under 2 weeks of purchasing these 5 evals. So if you guys want to do that for yourself, I live trade my Discord every single day for free. Tune in, learn my model, learn from me, watch me do this live in front of you because it's the best proof there is, and I do it every single day. So I hope to see you all in the Discord. Take advantage of the free resources. If you want that PDF, it's also in the server with my entire model broken down and an IFEG ranking system. Pop in there, get your resources, and have a good day.